What do you mean?
Okay. Oh, hello. Hey, everybody. Female account. Okay. Well, we'll just remove that. I don't know why that is. Okay. We'll work on it. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Is that it? You got to pay for Twitter now.
That's crazy. I'm not paying for Twitter. No, thank you. Hey, everybody. We are Sean and Michelle Clark. Let me make sure I'm live on Instagram.
Oh.
We got to go live on Instagram. You okay?
Yeah.
What you need?
I fit myself in. Got to get the phone.
Let's see. Oh, right. Hello, everybody. Get on in.
Hello, everyone.
We are Sean and Michelle Clark.
Wait, I got to get it.
We are Sean and Michelle Clark. Michelle, she's coming back. My name is Sean. We are the owners of Double Dutch Aerobics.
Yes.
However, we are hosting the Jumpin' Juice 10,000. That's a 10-day juice cleanse with 10,000 people juicing around the world at the same time. And the ultimate goal, which we'll hit this year, I'm just putting it out there. We want 1 million people juicing at the same darn time. Now, if you haven't subscribed, you have to subscribe to our email list.
Yes.
It's doubledutchaerobics.com. As soon as you go on the website, the prompt will come up. You type in your name, your number, your email address, and you signed up right there. Now, I'm gonna tell you why that's gonna be a good thing too, because in a few months, maybe this month, the next juice cleanse will be streaming live from our website.
Yes.
So now you can watch. Right now, you can watch live through our website. That's what we're working on right now.
And
go ahead, babe.
So I have to tell you what Double Dutch Aerobics is.
Tell them.
Double Dutch Aerobics is the first ever
workout
class based in Double Dutch.
Nothing like it.
Where we teach aerobics moves in the Double Dutch rope. Class is led by an instructor.
That's true.
Always. Either ourselves or a certified Double Dutch Aerobics instructor. And the best part about Double Dutch Aerobics is we can teach anybody, tell your mama, tell your cousin, how to jump double dutch in less than 1 minute guaranteed. We have classes here 5 days a week.
5 days a week.
And there are teachers all over. You go to the website to sign up for class. And if you want to get certified to learn how to teach, you go to the website as well. Now, the Jumpin' Juice 10,000. What is the Jumpin' Juice 10,000?
Well, I already told them what the Jumpin' Juice 10,000 is.
Yes.
But I'm going to tell you what this number is about because I was reading somebody's comments, right? This is funny. Somebody said, Tamika said she just bought her number. She said, I'm going to pay my light bill. I'm going to pay my light bill and water bill later. No, stop it. Stop it. Stop. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right.
Get certified if you want to get you jumping.
So I want to talk about the Nama Juicer because it's just the best. If you're going to do a juice cleanse, if you're going to juice anything, you got to get the Nama Juicer, the Nama J2 in your life.
Yes.
It is literally the best juicer on the planet. And the only reason why we're telling you is because it's the best juicer in the planet. And we want the whole world to get this number because it makes your life easier. It makes juicing easy. So if you're thinking about doing it 10 days and you're like, oh my God, I'm not sure, the Nama J2 really makes it easy because you literally set it and forget it.
Yep.
You open that lid up, you throw the fruit in, close it, turn it on, and just walk away. And that thing just goes. There's no more pushing and cleaning. It's nothing like that. It's super efficient. You got to get it. NamaWell.com. And what's the best part, babe? You got to work.
The discount code is Sean Michelle 10. It's right there. And God, what day are we on? This is day 6. Day 6 of the Jumpin' Juice 10,000. And my husband has made one of the best juices. No, this juice right here, we got to add this to the book. It's going on the list. Everybody get your pen because you're going to want these ingredients. It's very simple.
Y'all ready? Pineapples.
Pineapple.
Green apples.
Yes.
Kiwi. And 4 limes. 4. You got to put 4 of them in there.
And passion fruit, I'm telling you.
Oh, wait. I forgot.
You didn't mention passion fruit?
And passion fruit.
Passion fruit is the...
To be more careful.
Passion fruit?
Juice is bussin'. Like, literally, we've been juicing for 15 years. This...
Phenomenal.
Might be top 3. I'm going to say number 1, but top 3.
Because passion fruit in your juice, if you find it at your supermarket, get it. Buy it all up.
Lord have mercy.
But today, we have in fact, I'll tell you how we met. She actually came to a class.
Our guest we're talking about.
Yes, our guest. She actually came to a Double Dutch Aerobics class. And after the class, we ended up talking.
I had this great conversation
about health and nutrition. And she's a pediatrician, so she works with children. And the things that she was telling us had our minds
blown.
Blown.
And I think this is what we need to hear, especially as parents, because we're parents, right?
Yes.
Because we don't really watch what we give our kids. I mean, not that we don't watch what we give our kids, but we give them leeway because they're children.
Yes.
So we're like, oh, they can have that.
It's okay.
They're just kids. Not to say that you feed them terribly. I'm just saying, but we just give them a little more leeway because they're kids. And that's really the time when you have to be more stern.
Yeah. Because you're setting their boundary. You're setting it there.
Yeah, you don't want to set that threshold too low. So anyway, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna bring her in.
Get ready, because your mouth gonna drop a couple of times.
No, we were in the studio like what? Anyway, come on in here. This is wait, hold on, let me get her in.
Hello.
She's a doctor, by the way.
Yeah, I am for almost 20 years. For 20 years plus. 20 years plus. I'm sorry. Since 2003.
Come on.
Hello.
That's cool.
Hello.
How you doing? And
I'm doing
she's also joining us on the Jumpin' Juice 10,000. Come on with it.
That's right.
Come on with it.
This is my water. This is my water.
Yes. Love it. All right. So let's jump into this conversation. So,
like you said, we were in the studio after class and we were just talking about, what we feed our children.
Yes.
And then you started going off on what's going on with our kids.
Yeah.
And it's funny because
It's bad.
I didn't know it was that bad.
So we're going to say the things that shocked us the most. Just listen to this, y'all. Kids as early as 16 having diabetes. Did y'all hear me?
Younger than that.
Younger than that. Diabetes, obesity, high cholesterol, IBS for eating. I had never heard of Takis. Now I see them. It's so funny. I had never heard of Takis before you started saying the Takis. And I was like, what's Takis? And then I saw them in the supermarket. After someone puts it in your head, Takis. So Takis, you were talking about the red hot, the Cheetos, the spicy Cheetos. So this is why children are getting IBS. Vegetables, what? So those are the things that shocked us. So tell us from your perspective, what is going on today that is so alarming? Because you've been in this business for 20 years.
Over
20 years. Hello.
Let's be very clear.
Over 20 years. What are you seeing now that's so alarming with children that's so alarming with children's health?
With the children now, the diets, things that we wouldn't think we would see in children, as I told you all, I say pre-pandemic and post-pandemic. So kids who are overweight, they're now, kids who are normal weight are now overweight. Kids who are overweight are now obese, and those who are obese are morbidly obese. So the highest rate of undiagnosis during the pandemic was diabetes in children. I'm not talking about type 1, I'm talking about type 2. Because the diets, with all the processed food, we have such high carb diets. Our diets have lots of sugar in it, the drinks that we drink. Nothing's natural anymore. And then plus parents work. The pandemic was very stressful. So parents are working from home or at home, but you say, go get that juice. No, I'm doing this. They're working. The kids are allowed to eat what they want instead of what they should be eating. So fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, every visit for a checkup, I ask the kids, what is your favorite fruit? What is your favorite vegetable? 9 times out of 10, I get a pause. And when I get a pause, when I say, do you do that every day? I definitely get a no. The thing is with things I have to test now, because kids are overweight now and obese, I have to test for high cholesterol. I have to test for risk for kids are pre-diabetic. I had a child just the other day. She's just 12. Her diet, yes, pre-diabetic because of the diet. And everybody think, oh, she must be obese. No, they're not all obese, but it's because of their diet. So if you're eating, if you're eating high carb diet with chips and bread and sodas, and we eat out so much, then these kids have all the risk of old people. Type 2 diabetes is the disease of an old person. Okay. So if I had a 17-year-old type 2 diabetic, and that was her first time visiting me. We found it on our lab work. She didn't know. She's on insulin now, 17 years old on insulin. She's on 2 insulins. Okay. So when we're talking about the diet, then she eats nothing but sweets all the time. The kids feel like because we're young, we can eat what they want. And the parents
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But the parents are buying the juice. One young man the other day, he was overweight last year. He's morbidly obese. So when they do the juice and the sodas, they gain an average of 20 to 30 pounds a year. Do you hear me? 20 to 30 pounds a year.
Wait a minute.
No, you go.
No, we want to stop. We got to pause on that. I want y'all to hear what we're saying here. So we always tell people we don't get juices from the supermarket. They don't really sell juices. They sell nonsense. Tell people, where do you get your juices? You make your juices. Yes. Do you understand? That's the real juice. I want to hear what she said. She said, when kids are drinking those juices and sodas, ginger ale, Sprite, what's the other ones? Minute Maid,
Hawaiian Punch,
all of the nonsense.
Gatorade.
Oh my God, Gatorade. What's the squeezy things that they give kids? Capri Suns.
Yeah.
When kids are drinking all of that, they gain 20 to 30 pounds a year. I want y'all to hear that. 20 to 30 pounds a year. You're bound to be obese and sick. It's the only thing that could happen.
Right.
And kids.
You got it. Like I said earlier, and that's why this conversation is so important, because your future health relies on the parents taking care of their children.
Yes.
Right.
And it's very important that we do the things we need to do to feed our children the things that they need, that all of the healthy foods, the fruits, the vegetables,
and we have to be the example.
Yes,
we have to be the example.
Exactly.
Yes.
So if you're on this youth cleanse, you're being an example.
That's right.
But we have to continue to set the mold, because this is scary.
It's very well. They've already predicted that this next generation will not live as long as their parents.
Wow.
And it's due to the diet, lack of exercise, and I'm not going to even talk about the mental health stressors that we have in pediatrics now. It's awful. You have to realize that a lot of kids who overeat and stress eat, it's because what's going on in their home or outside their home. So therefore, we're dealing with such mental health in pediatrics as well, but the weight really exacerbates or makes it worse because they're getting teased in school.
That's
so
right.
They don't want to go do different activities. They don't want to be involved in stuff because social media is cruel. So they don't want to get involved in sports activities or something, like if they're quote overweight or obese, especially my morbidly obese. My morbidly obese, they're severely depressed. And they're severely depressed because they're morbidly obese, but it's like they hand in hand because they eat. I have a young lady, she just stays in her room. She's 16. She just stays in her room on social media and eating snacks and stuff. Again, worsening her whole conditioning. Parents don't realize just going outside for 30, 45 minutes, 4 days a week, I say, just 4 days a week, just walking in the sunlight, that in itself, we have this natural sunlight actually helps with your endorphins. So there, you don't get depressed when you go outside. So parents don't realize when you exercise, it really motivates your natural endorphins, so you don't get depressed. But the kids they close the shades. They don't want to be in light. I have to say, you have to go outside. I need 30, 45 minutes. So therefore, their vitamin D's are low. Vitamin D you get from the sun and you get it from certain foods. Okay. So when that vitamin D is low, one, you're tired a lot. Two, your bones break very easily. Okay. And then your teeth, they're not good either because the vitamin D is part of your whole bone structure. So when the kids are having all these health issues with the low iron, they have low iron and low vitamin D, then we're dealing with a lot of health issues that we shouldn't be dealing with as kids, that we didn't deal with as kids.
And even periods, because there was a thing that said girls are getting a period as early as 8 and 9.
8 and 9, yeah.
I had an 8-year-old that had the body of a 11, 12-year-old. So I told mom, it's not if, it's when your period will be starting. So I had to always ask the question, how often do you eat fast food? Fast food is a big culprit. but you also have to watch the food you eat, you buy as well. The parents need to be aware that they have to be more cognizant, that they have to really be diligent about their kids having good diets. We can no longer let them eat what they want. If we let them eat, that's why you have a parent. That's why you have a parent. That's why you have a parent. You should not be allowed to eat what you want. My mom said, you better eat those vegetables. No, you can't get that dessert until you eat those vegetables. The parents said, I don't want to put any pressure. He doesn't like it. Hello.
That's what I was gonna bring up.
No kid wants to do. I mean, no kid wants to do what they need to do. But as a parent, we have to set the example. So again, when you ask the parents, you ask them, how many vegetables do you eat? And then we get silent then. So if the parents are not the example of eating vegetables, then the kids are like not eating them as well. So the parents, like you said, when I tackle issues with weight, I said, Mom, Dad, it has to be a family.
It has to be.
It cannot just be on that one child or those two kids in the family, because it makes them feel so self-conscious. I said, let's make it. Stop buying sodas. Stop buying juice.
I know.
Water intake should be half your body weight. But a lot of kids, they might do 1 or 2 water bottles, but the juice and the soda is again, this is epidemic. I'm telling you, it's epidemic. And when they have predicted the next generation is not going to live as long as their parents, it is an epidemic. Because we used to go outside and roller skate. I used to climb trees.
That's
What? And double dutch, yes. They don't do that. They don't go outside. And it's sad. I told them, what are you going to tell your kids? You're going to tell your kids that you were on social media on your phone playing all these games, but you can't tell them that you went outside, you went to Six Flags, you climbed trees, you built tree houses. I said, what? You're going to say, I was just on, we gamed all the time. What is that? I said, I did Pac-Man, but that was not what I did all the time.
All day, right.
We did video games, but that was not our life.
So my question was, because I think this is important, because you do hear this as a parent now.
Yes.
So you have been doing this for 20 years, and also you've been alive, right? So I feel like the language with our children has changed, and while there's some gifts, it's also problematic. So I feel like there are 2 things you shared with us that I want to make sure we go through. But first, is that I feel like we've been told, even as parents, you don't make your kids, because generations always try to do better, but I think we've gone to the extreme.
Yeah, exactly.
So our thing was to clear our plates. We had to clear our plates, right?
That was a big deal.
That was a big thing. And honestly, I get it as a parent now more than I did before. And I don't think that's the exact answer, but also making our children eat certain foods. It feels like they are so condemned now. Like it's literally, no, you want your children to be free. You want them to do what they want to do, what they feel is for them. And so how do you feel that has harmed us? And do you have to have that conversation with the parents? Because I feel like just the language of today is very, you get condemned for like, no, you have to eat. You know what I'm saying? Your vegetables have to eat you have to eat your vegetables. It feels like, no, you're forcing your child to eat. So how do you feel like that has affected or even changed between your career of doing this and you growing up? Like, how do you feel like that has?
It significantly has changed everything. I tell the parents, we have to go back to old school. We have to go to old school and say, you have to eat this vegetable, this fruit, because the kids are doing what they want. I said, kids, it takes up to 15 times to introduce a new fruit or vegetable sometimes before they like it. You have babies that they are toddlers and say, he doesn't eat that. I said, they're kids. You have to keep introducing it to them. They will eventually start to like it. I didn't like asparagus. I eventually learned to like it as an adult, but my mom was like, try it. And I found out because she always gave it to me out the can. But I had the fresh. It was a totally different story.
But 15 times, that's good for me to know.
Yeah, that is good to know.
15 times. And also, you know what I think it is too? And I think I'm accepting this, that everything is not easy.
Yeah.
Meaning our daughter, Eileen's upset. Our daughter is a very difficult eater. And what I've accepted is that, okay, so it's the obstacle. So what? Meaning it's okay to have to tell her, no, you have to eat this. Or like just now, what did I just say when I came downstairs? Oh my gosh, she eating a bowl of fruit. Like when before, like, Right? And
Right.
Sean's little things that I think is a genius. Certain
Mhm.
foods that are you can
Oh
say
yeah, well,
movie or stuff.
so we have a point system in here,
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
right? So it starts from the beginning of the week.
Okay.
So let's say from like Sunday to Saturday, you have
Mhm.
to get 100 points, and vegetables are 4 points,
Oh,
and
good.
you know, 3 points.
Yes.
You know, a smoothie.
We do smoothies every morning.
Smoothies every
Okay.
morning. That's 6 points. Sometimes,
Good.
I'll make them a fruit bowl. I'll be like, this is 10 points if you start
Eating
eating
one
it,
upstairs.
and they're eating it now.
Good.
So like that helps. And at the end, if they get to 100 points, I'll give them
Right.
like $5.
Right.
Which
Good.
is good.
That's a great
It's
system.
working.
It's been, and also he names certain foods that are bad, sick food.
Yeah.
Oh, you want the sick chips? Meaning,
Like it literally
Exactly.
drives me sort of crazy. I'm like, you want the sick food or the healthy food? Which one you want?
That's a great concept. That's awesome.
No, but I want the. Do you want the sick food or you want the healthy food? But I want
That's
the
great.
sick food.
and then yesterday
Right.
she said, okay, because we have Ezekiel bread. If we do bread, she
Mhm.
said, okay, I'll do the
Ezekiel
Ezekiel bread.
Great. That's awesome.
At 15, it doesn't, so it's an obstacle we have to face, but we're working through it,
Right.
meaning everything is just not gonna be easy.
It's not.
It's
And I
just
tell
not.
parents, I've
No.
never seen a child starve to death.
I know. Oh my God, I've heard that.
They're like, oh, he
No.
won't eat. So because they won't eat what they're supposed to, the parents give them what they should not have. They give them what they want. And that's what I see so often in the practice. Oh, he won't eat that. So I said, I've never seen a child starve to death. Never.
They're gonna get up and
When
eat
they
it.
get hungry, guess what? They're going to eat.
I know.
And you when we were speaking in the studio, you gave us a fact. You said kids from the age 10 to 17 will have diabetes by a certain amount of time, but it was a certain percentage. Do you remember what it was?
I don't remember the percentage, but what I was saying with me having all these kids who were, quote, pre-diabetic, their risk of diabetes is like, if it's when, and that's what I tell the parents. You're talking about, like the young lady, I said, Mom, she's high up on the cutoff list. So it's not if, it's when. So we'll be dealing with kids who are pre-diabetic as kids and be diabetic type 2 in their 20s and 30s. That's significant.
Yeah.
That is significant because your eyesight, your limbs. I told y'all, the statistics I told you all with diabetes, 400 amputations a day in this country.
That's what it was. That's what it was. That's what you say that again one more time. 400
amputations due to cardiovascular disease, but diabetes is one of the causes, one of the main causes. A day. I didn't say a month. I said a day.
A day?
Because of our diets. We got to do better. We are killing ourselves.
I know.
We got to do better.
We're literally killing ourselves.
We're eating ourselves to death.
It's like 400 people, 400 amputees.
Amputations.
Amputations a day.
Yes. And it's due to cardiovascular disease, but a big component of that is diabetes. So we can stop that with this generation already. We can stop it. It's not too late, but we have to reverse backwards. Because in 2010 is when they made more of an effort to look at obesity as far as they're doing the data and everything, looking at, because they weren't really looking at overweight obesity, but they started looking at the CDC, seeing, we really got to pay attention to what's going on.
Right.
And now we're 2010. We're 14 years later, and it's an epidemic. It's awful.
And you said something about Michelle Obama. She had put in place to have healthier school lunches.
It was great. 2010. Awesome.
And that was reversed. Can you tell them what she put in place?
What she really implemented with her program, she made it with the schools will actually have more fruits and salads in the school. She took out the sodas. It was more water, more nutritional drinks, really more water in the schools. But after they were out, no. Now the kids have it's high carb diets. They took the fruit and salad because their argument was they don't eat it. That's not what they want. But they had to realize that children spend 8 hours a day at school.
Yeah.
That is the majority of the nutrition. So when I'm talking to kids at the practice, they said, oh, after school program, they give us lots of candy. I had some parents have to tell them, don't give my child any more candy or any high sugary food.
We be like, don't give out
really
kids
candy. What happened to fruit?
I know.
What happened to fruit?
And I say all the time, I used to work for the Board of Ed in Brooklyn, and after lunch, kids would go crazy. So after lunch, school was really over because that's how the food affects them. So they'll be calm and cool in the first half of the day. Right after lunch, they are literally jumping off the tables.
Right. And that's why I see a high rate of ADHD, attention deficit disorder. That is because of the diet. I have to tell parents, stop giving these cereals with all this sugar, all the snacks with all this sugar. That is actually a conversation I have to have with my kids that I'm treating for ADHD because of that. I said, get them outside, to get them off the electronics. The limit should be an hour, and let's do it to the weekend, really. I said, get them outside. Right. You want them to go to sleep? Because I have to put them on medication so they can go to sleep at night. So, I said, but if you have them doing 45 minutes of exercise or an hour, we could take it every day, then that will not be an issue. Your child will not be bouncing off the walls. Okay? But those are the conversations I have to have on a regular basis. Sometimes it's tiring, but it's something I need to do because we're going to lose this next generation to so much chronic illnesses with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, cardiovascular disease. It's going to be, the healthcare system is going to be overwhelmed, and it won't be able to handle it. It will not be able to handle the amount of...
it won't be able to handle it.
It won't be. It already can't handle a lot that is going on, and then I'm not even tackling the mental health. It will not be able to handle it. It will not.
I say that all the time. So, and I don't know if you've seen some of the other lives, but as I mentioned, so pharmaceutical companies have bought part of Google and YouTube. So the things that I used to heal, which was YouTube, and I saw other women's testimonials, now it's programmed where when you put in natural healing, doctors' videos comes up. And the reason why, like, we doing forums like this and forums like an event that I'm having about speaking about things in person and on live like this is because now it's almost like people always say people will the medical field will feel like they'll lose money. And I'm always like, if our voices are silenced, they're not going to lose any money, guys. If people had,
I don't make medications. Right. My background, I am a pharmacist. I was a pharmacist before I was a doctor.
Oh, wow.
Really? But my thing is, they're not going to run out of people. If people had the natural option and people had the medical option, trust and believe that there can be enough people to choose the medical option.
Right.
Enough people, meaning these forums like this or knowing the natural route it needs to be louder, because some of those parents, I think, don't even know. Like, they don't even know for themselves. They don't know they literally don't know. They're not only choosing badly, they think that's the only choice.
Yes.
And they think that's what everyone's doing.
And you have to understand, you have to understand with this obesity rate, the solution now is to start doing surgery. Okay? When I say surgery, like the gastric band, for the morbidly obese, for the morbidly obese, because they feel like there's no other way.
For kids? For children?
That's what they're considering, because the kids are so morbidly obese. The ones that are very morbidly obese, that's a BMI 40 or higher. I had a child, hers was 45. Okay, it's bad. That's what they're looking, because it's so bad. It's so bad.
Oh my God.
This is crazy.
And
because no medications do it. Because like I said, no medications cure that. You need a lot of resources in place. You need a nutritionist. You need a therapist, psychiatrist, all that in place to help these kids get through all this going on. But surgery is not the answer. But that's what they're doing for the kids, because they don't want them to get more obese. Because then they have the 600-pound life.
Yeah.
It'll be a regular TV show. It'll be the news.
Yes. And it's like, the issue is here in America.
You know,
because
it's
we
scary.
have so much. I do mission trips out of the country because we have so many choices in foods, the cereals. My rule is I tell the parents stay in the outside aisles. That's the fruits and vegetables and meats and meats. The middle aisles, that's where all the other stuff goes on. I said we just need to stay on the outside aisles. That's where the most nutritious food is. Inside aisles is where you have to discern which I should buy for my household.
We say that the supermarket should look like the farmer's market.
And I love going to the farmer's market.
I love it's all fruits and vegetables in the center, and then the processed food is a little section in the back. It's a very small section in the back.
Exactly. I love going to the farmer's market.
I think that's how it should be. I think that's how supermarkets should look.
We have to really go back to old school with this. We really do. The kids don't know the fruits and the vegetables, the water, all that. It's just very foreign to them. And that's what I wanted to speak with you all about, because the kids don't exercise. They don't exercise, and that's so disheartening.
We see that in class. We see that when we teach in schools, the kids are overweight.
Yeah.
And
I'm talking about maybe 45%.
Right. I think we see that.
When we teach them, they enjoy it. So we want to more because the joy is the same. Mm-hmm. So there is a joy about jumping up and down.
And it's natural endorphins. As a physician, it's natural endorphins come from exercise and from the sun. And we no longer do that.
It's scary how out of shape they are at 9 and 10. And how I'm like, you guys are tired already. And like, we're like 2 minutes in. These kids don't go outside at all. They don't even know how to jump rope. Right. They don't go outside much.
What's jumping rope? What's that?
Yeah, I thought that's just something you did. You know, you got a little rope. You just,
no more. You know. When I see the scooters, if they go down the street, it's so quiet. It's because it's electronic. I said, really? Don't even use your legs. I tell parents, stop buying all this electronic stuff. Let them use their legs. Get an old school scooter, old school bike. Hello.
So something you said too that alarmed me was that in terms of language, you have to be very, very sensitive. So even with children who are obese, if you tell a child that they're overweight, or if you don't dare use the F word, and we're not talking about the F word, guys, we're talking about the AT word, right? Which in my day was a word to be used, right?
Right. Can't say that anymore.
Can't say that anymore. Don't say it to your wife. I'll tell you that much. But anyway,
I wouldn't do that anyway.
Right. And I'm gonna tell you that I was an overweight kid. My grandmother, I was from Ohio originally. I would come down south in the summers, boy, she would cook all that food. And that's how I started gaining weight at 7 years old. Okay. So with me being an overweight teenager and child, I'm very sensitive to my language because I know that it can hurt you. But when I tell the parents, or I say I have one child who had come in, I said, you're gaining weight faster than you should. And I said that the mom came back a year later. So you remember when you told my child I was fat? And I said, Mom, I never lose that language with children. I said, she's gaining weight faster than she should. So we should do more fruits and vegetables. Now, when she came back, guess what? She was ideal body weight. She was in soccer. She was doing all those activities.
Right. Yeah, she heard you. Yeah.
But I have to make you conscious of what you all are doing now. So it's even the parents are sensitive, because even the child, I told you, gaining 30 pounds for drinking soda. The mom said she buys soda, he'll drink a whole case of sodas in 2 days. So she said, we're not really worried about the weight as much. We're getting exercise. I said, no, I'm going to stop this conversation. It's the weight. 85% of weight gain is what you eat. Your son was overweight last year. He's gained 30 pounds in a year. He's morbidly obese. So you cannot say it's just not the weight. You just need to get active. So some parents feel like if they just get active, then the weight will drop. No, it's what they're eating. It's what they're consuming into their body.
That's right.
So I have to have these conversations to the parents to make them aware. Like you said, the parents don't even know. They just feel like, they're kids. They can eat what they want. Oh, no.
Yeah,
it's not like it used to be.
It's not.
No.
It used to be we had fruits and vegetables in daycare, and meaning even in terms of eating what we want, we still had to eat fruits.
Remember those
and
carrot bags? We had the carrots.
The carrots,
Mm-hmm.
the apples at school.
The apples, yeah.
Eating what you want was even a little different in that context. You know what I'm saying?
But when you ask a child what's your favorite fruit and they say fruit snacks or they say applesauce, okay, no, I need the apple that you bite. Okay.
And even Sean and I were talking about in terms of advertisement, like spinach was related to Popeyes and it made him strong. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I said green vegetables make you strong, but the kids are like, I don't like them. I don't eat those. That's all right. I tell the boys, your sister is going to be able to beat you up because you're not doing green vegetables and she'll be stronger than you. Then that language kind of helps the younger.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, my sister, I don't know how to beat me up.
They don't even think about it. Like cartoons
No,
like that.
Cartoon, TV shows.
In fact, I heard a song after you mentioned it to me. What is it? Takis and something. Cheetos and Takis. And I was like, there's a song?
Yeah.
And that's another thing about the spicy foods. Did you say IBS?
It's an epidemic of spicy. We have done too much. You see, when you go in a grocery store, everything is hot, spicy.
But it's not real spice.
These kids,
it's not real spice.
Huh?
It's not real spice.
It's processed. I told you, if y'all want spice, go to the farmer's market and get a habanero or a jalapeno. That's real spice. That's real spice. Yeah. And I said they don't have issues with their stomach when they do the real spice. I said, but with all this processed food is everything is spicy. So the kids not doing it. They eat. That's what they eat all the time. So a young lady in one of my exercise classes, she's a teenager that was a part of the exercise class because she eats. I won't say brands anymore. She eats spicy chips so much. Now she has been diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome. So yes.
Jesus.
As a child, do y'all know how crazy that is?
What's the reason why I say that? Because the kids come in, I don't have stomach pains, and my first question I ask is, "Do you eat those hot chips?" Oh, sometimes. I said, "What is sometimes?" 1 bag a week, 1 bag a day, a couple times. I have to actually have this conversation.
Yeah. This is so.
So I have to tell the parents to stop buying them. But you know what? They get them at school. Yeah.
Can I ask you, do you know what it is? So we know that, because I want to be clear, spicy food, like the real spices, like habanero peppers or cayenne pepper, the
natural. I never had issues ever since all these spicy chips come out. Because I have a lot of families that are from other countries. So their parents, it's processed. It's the processed food. It's the processed food.
It's all the garbage that's in the potato chips. And I just want to go back to like,
this is
these kids are being medicated from the time they were 8, from the time they were like 8, right? There's no way you can live a full life taking medication starting at 8 years old up until you're 50 or 60.
It won't work.
I feel like it's gonna the medicine is going to start affecting other parts of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, usually on the ADHD medicine, when I start them, they usually are not on it past, up into their 20s. But the thing is, that's when children are developing through these years.
Yes.
So your brain is developing. So again, that's why I have to talk diet with the parents. I said, because it does play a major part in what's going on with your child. So again, I don't want to put them on medications, but when they're about to be suspended after school, and one little boy jumping all over the the room and everything, those kids I have to medicate.
No, I know.
Because they're not able to sit in school, they're not able to participate in classes and so forth. But again, diet and exercise is a conversation I have on a regular basis with those kids' parents. Because again, parents are the ones who have to regulate on everything. And I know it's a stressful time, but we have to see about our children because we're losing our children to their diet. When they become adults, again, this next generation is not going to live long as their parents. My 82-year-old mother lives with me. I'm her daughter. I'm able to see about her, but their kids will not be able to do that for them.
Right.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
So they have to think about the future.
This is so
Like
scary.
I said,
I'm,
it's an epidemic. It's an epidemic. That's why I wanted to come to see you all.
it's
I said
crazy.
we got to get these kids moving. Oh my God! I have to beg for them to go outside for 30 to 45 minutes, 4 days a week. I have to beg.
We had to beg.
I have to beg. That's the kids who are not overweight. Those two. Yeah, those two.
You couldn't get me in the house in the summertime. You couldn't get me in the house.
The street lights don't come on to when.
Yep.
Nah.
In trouble for staying out too long.
Me too. I got
Michelle, come upstairs. Oh man,
we
have a pool in our community.
That's it. We were just
kids,
talking.
Kids don't go there.
We were out.
We got the pool yesterday.
We were out in the street so long. When did we eat? We stayed out.
But no, we used to go to the store. We would have somebody go to the store and come back.
That's it.
Right. This summer is supposed to be the time to be outdoors. That's why I tell the kids, I said, you're not going outside playing. I mean, they're indoors. They're indoors. And that saddens my heart. I said, y'all, this is the summer and the school starts here in literally 2 or 3 weeks in the first week of August. So now you have to go to school. So go outside. You still have time to go outside to ride bikes. I said, okay, this is too hot. It's too hot. I said, okay, do it first thing in the morning, or we can do it after it starts cooling off around 6. I said, go outside. And I tell them the rule I have to say with the parents, especially the ones who are pre-diabetic. After eating dinner, go for a 30, 45-minute walk after dinner. So your natural insulin, don't have to take it. Your natural insulin can bring your blood sugars down. Stop eating after 8 o'clock, y'all. You all have to fast. Your body needs to fast from eating. But we have these kids who eat 9, 10, 11, 12 at night. Stop eating. Don't eat after 8 o'clock. Let your body rest into the morning, until 8 o'clock when you eat your breakfast at 7 o'clock. The body has to rest from all this eating. But here in our country, since we have access to everything, it's all the time. They can one child, I said, you need to learn how to cook. She said, I can DoorDash. Okay.
What's the? I don't know if I asked this question, but what's the youngest person you've had that had diabetes or high blood pressure? What's the youngest person you ever heard of?
For diabetes, it probably might be. I think maybe a 12-year-old. Mind you, I'm not talking about the type 1. Type 1 is genetic. Type 2 is what you get from your diet and everything. It's the one that's the old people diabetes. I said probably
that's sugar.
Yeah.
And we're changing that with juicing. It don't have to be AG though. All right.
But it's for older. The type 2 diabetes is what you normally see in the 60 over, and we're seeing that now in the young people. And what happens is, I think the youngest I've seen, probably about 13, 14, type 2.
That is horrible.
But we have to. But the thing is, as a pediatrician, we have to start the mental health talk with these kids at 8 years old, because that's where we see the weight, the weight gain and all that. Yeah. And actually, we're seeing obesity in preschool. So no, mom, just because he's cute, fat, no. When you do other cultures, your weight is a reflection of your wealth or your child being healthy.
That's
but
right.
We have to have the conversation. We have to have that conversation.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Have the conversation.
We have to have the conversation. And it's not to punish the children. I said we're doing it because we love you. And we want you to be healthy adults. We don't want you to be around here on high blood pressure medication when you're in your 20s, doing insulin shots. And I have to be real with them, insulin shots into your leg when you're in 20s or 30s. And I said, and if you get these diseases early, then that does shorten your life. And that's why they predict it. Because if you're getting these in your 20s and 30s,
it's a wrap.
It's tearing your whole body down.
It's tearing your whole body down, and you can't.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
How are the parents looking? Do the parents look as sick as the children? I mean, not look as, but in terms of obesity and that's my question.
Do the parents resemble their children?
Yes.
There you go. Let's just say that.
Oh, they do. They do. Okay.
So that's why I say it's got to be a family.
That's right.
Let's do a
And
family.
that's our mission, guys. We want, and we're gonna have 1 million people juicing together because this is a start. This is a start to change your taste buds to not want that craziness.
Right.
And to understand that we're the example. All of us juicing together, we literally are the examples.
Right.
We're the examples. So if you're juicing with us, you're example to, even if you have grown children, if your children have children, you know somebody that got children. Children, taking care of children is not just parents' responsibility, it's our responsibility as a society, as the adults in the society.
Exactly.
Like, it's our responsibility. You know what I'm saying? It's not just if you don't have kids yourself or if your kids are grown. We have to take care. If the kids ain't here, with the world is over.
The world is over.
The world is over if we don't take care of our children. If we outlive them, there is no continuation.
Somebody said my grandson's 14 and he has high blood pressure, high cholesterol. That is so. Listen, your grandson can heal himself. He has to change his diet.
He has to change.
He got to change his diet.
Oh my God. At this time, write any of your questions. If you have any questions. Yes. Oh, someone said after juicing, they don't have the sweet tooth anymore. Oh,
and can I make a comment with the juicing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're juicing.
It's been rough. I've been hanging in there. But let me tell you, me as Dr. Hall, after the second night, of juicing, I'm a person who would do coffee. I'm not gonna say where I used to do coffee from on a regular basis. I'm not gonna say that. So I'm talking about it's on my way to work. So I would just politely stop there and get me a little healthy breakfast sandwich and keep going. So on a regular basis, I'm talking about every day. Sometimes when I get home, I'll have some coffee that I make here at home. So I noticed being on juicing the second day when I noticed I'm cold. I was having tremors, like withdrawal from caffeine.
Get out of here.
I'd be in my bed like, why is this so bad? I said, oh, Dr. Hall, you're having withdrawal from all that caffeine you've been drinking once or twice a day, and you're no longer doing any sugary foods. You're having withdrawal. I'm in my bed like this. After the third, I was like, wait a minute. I'm having withdrawal symptoms. That's what is going on. It only lasts about 5-10 minutes. Then I'm okay. But I'm like, oh, it's so cold. But it would happen at the end of the day. It would happen at the end of the day. That coffee is whoa.
Michelle gets these bad headaches.
I get bad headaches on the first day of juicing from the withdrawal from coffee. But I'm gonna tell you,
I did get a little bit of a headache too.
Oh,
I did have to take ibuprofen. I had to take something for my headache for the on the second day. But I realized that me having that being cold, because I'm a healthy woman, I don't need to be cold. So it's hot outside. So why am I cold?
It's the withdrawals. Being in New York, I was gonna say being in New York. Well, two things. Y'all know my quote. It's not my quote. I got it from someone who was on our live. That only God can make food. Everything else is a drug with a food label. Only God can make food. That's it. That's just so simple to me. But also another thing is that when I was in New York, right, there was a coffee block. There was a coffee shop every block. In between the block, 3, and I said, "This got to be a drug, because you don't need one every."
In New York,
so, and mind you, Starbucks is still thriving. The coffee shop that's not Starbucks, that's a personal one, is still thriving. Then the one that's next to it is still thriving. Then the one across the street, and then the grocery store still sold coffee. The corner store still sold coffee too. And I'm like, this got to be a drug. Everybody's selling it. It's got to be a bad one too, because you're selling it.
It's $1 trillion industry.
Hold on, not only are y'all selling it, but y'all doing good selling it.
Right.
Every other 2 blocks and block. And if I miss one, I'm like, I got another 2 steps away, and I'm gonna find another coffee shop.
Sure will.
It's
everywhere.
Everywhere. And in New York, it's bad. 2 steps, another one. A cute one. A one that sells muffins. Ones that high up. One you just like.
Yep.
All the high sugary diets. I had someone I'm not gonna say name brands, but those coffees that have so much sugar.
I know.
It's certain places that sell donuts have high sugary coffee drinks. And it's a lot. And people drink that like it's nothing, and they do it for breakfast. Yeah. It's just like it's
that's why I stay away from coffee. It tastes good, but I don't like the addiction to it.
He hates the where's my cup?
I can't do it. Yes. I'm not drinking it. It
and that's
smells
why I said, this
good.
is helping me get away from that, because I was the person I have the coffee on every day, and if I pass my little place, I have to stop and get some the way home or going. So yes, and actually save me money. When you juice, you save a lot of money. So I have not gone out at all this week. No fast food, no coffee drinks. Those coffee drinks, I'm doing $6 a day. Okay, so that's fine. That's 6 days I haven't done no coffee. Okay.
We say the same thing. You do. You save money because you're not hanging out, you're not eating out, you're not doing nothing. You just
and then you're not putting. And then I'm gonna tell you all, I've been losing a pound a day. So
come on, a pound a day. Come on, a pound a day. I love it.
I got this water. 40 ounces, 3 to 4 a day. I'm drinking lots and lots of water along with it, of course.
We could call them.
That's good
because we don't want it to cut us off. So, are there any questions that you guys have? And then, do you want them to follow you on any socials?
That's why I have to establish my social media. But my practice is Pearl Pediatrician and Adolescent Medicine. My website is www.pearlpeds.org. I'll spell that for you. .org. But I'm in the process of setting up my social media, because I told them this is new territory for me. Definitely doing social media, definitely. But I'm gonna start setting up my Instagram.
Did I spell it right?
Yes.
Did I spell it right?
Pearl Peds. Yeah, that's correct.
Listen, go ahead and bring your children in, Angela. She knows what she's talking about.
And we're accepting all insurance. We take state insurance and we take private as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And I'm a parent, and I hope parents give you this precedent that I want to know the truth. I want to know the truth and nothing but the truth.
Right.
I want to know your full opinion. If I'm looking fat or my kid looking fat and inappropriate, I want to know.
I'm not going to use that language because that's a very sensitive language. What I'm going to tell you is your child's 85% and above on the BMI. It's telling me. Now, if your child is working out and going to the weight room, that's muscle. But 9 times out of 10, it's not muscle. It's weight. Okay. So I'm not going to say your child is fat. I'm not going to say that to them because I know how sensitive children are. What I'm going to say is we're going to have to stop their rapid weight gain, and we got to do something to be more nutritional and healthy because we want them to be healthy adults. And I say that to the children as well. I said we got to slow down your weight gain, get more physically active, eat more fruits and vegetables. So we have that conversation.
The fact that they don't even know what fruits and vegetables are in their whole form is very scary.
Somebody said, "What's the location? Where's your location? Is that on the website?"
I'm in Powder Springs, Georgia. Yes, I'm on the west in Powder Springs, Georgia.
Okay, so guys, look, all of her information is on the website. It's right there.
On the website.
You go ahead and you can find her on the website.
We would love to have you.
Okay. www.pearlpeds.org.
Yes.
Oh, and we always have our children come in to say goodbye and good night. Oh, well, It's not nighttime because we're doing this one earlier.
And they're so cute. They're so cute.
Well, it's coming on at 8. So yeah,
it's coming on at 8.
Coming on at 8 too.
So guys, if you're watching this is a replay. We are Double Dutch Aerobics, and we get booked sometimes, a lot. And so in the evenings, this time we have to work this Saturday. Children, Sean, Phoenix, and Maverick.
If y'all have any questions, quick answer.
And just to give y'all some advice on what to do. So something that we reiterated, and we made a staple in our children is we make a smoothie every morning that we try to put as much nutrients in it as we can.
Awesome.
So we do their blueberries
and vitamins.
Yeah, vitamins, spirulina, moss, and we have a vegan protein thing that's good. That's good for kids as well. And we put that in there, I think, every morning. So they are ready. It's like they're already getting a dose of nutrients for the day, and they have to have fruit every day. It's a fact. They have to have fruit every single day.
Can I make a final comment?
Yes.
A lot of parents are not introducing the fruits and vegetables early enough. They have to start toddlers. They have to start the fruits and vegetables early. I know a lot of times we buy our food. I'm not going to say the brands. We buy the food to give them out the jar. But you can make your own. Just don't add the salt. Don't add the sugar. But you all have to make more of a conscious effort to introduce these kids to fruits and vegetables at very early ages. Stop giving them juice. They don't have to have juice. Fruit? Fruit. Stop giving the juice because parents add the juice to the water. Water is water. Stop adding the juice to the water. We're starting the obesity issue or the weight issue at very young ages now. So we have to be more conscious of how we're using our concepts with, he doesn't like it. Give them 15 times. But water, no juice. I prefer no juice. But introduce fruits and vegetables on a regular basis in your children's diet, starting from very young ages. And so we can help counter and battle this overweight and obesity problem that we have now.
Oh my goodness.
This has been
Thank
so
you so much.
amazing.
This is so enlightening.
It was
very conversation.
It was enlightening from the studio. Now we're here. This is great. It's mind-blowing. I'm probably gonna have some more questions.
Okay.
Later because
if you want me to come back, I'll be happy to come back. But I just want to make sure people are more conscious of what's going on with our children in this country. Yeah, because we can no longer neglect it, and it's causing mental health issues as well because their weight. They become very socially conscious. They're looking on social media how they should look, and we should limit their access to social media. Limit their access to the electronics and get them outside and do it as a family. And that'll make a difference.
TV used to turn on. Come here. The TV used to turn off. I like that. I
like that. At 12 o'clock it go out.
And I remember that.
Yeah, with the flag waving. I don't want to
I remember too. I remember. I think Joe
no more TV. Everything shut down.
Come here.
I know it's about to shut down. I know you're about to hit your time limit. I enjoyed this so much. I would love to come back. I enjoyed this so much. Okay.
Phoenix.
As I see my little dancer in front of me. A gymnast. Hello, my gymnast.
That's you.
Gymnast.
How's my gymnast doing? She was in the mirror. Oh, she was doing her flips and everything.
She knows she went to double Dutch aerobics.
I got it.
Dr. Hall. Say hi, Dr. Hall.
Hi, Dr. Hall.
Hello. I love the kids. I'll take it. I do newborn to 17. Okay, newborn to 17. And we habla español. Habla español.
Mr. Hall.
No, Mrs. She said Mrs. but Dr. Hall.
I know when they see a woman. It's Dr. Hall.
I know.
But we habla español. We speak Spanish in our practice as well. Okay.
So guys,
Phoenix.
Thank you guys for watching. We will air this show on Fifi. Fifi, just focus. Look. There you go.
Thank you.
We will end the show tonight at 8 p.m. Thank you guys for joining us. She's the next Simone Biles. She is the next Simone Biles. So it's gonna air tonight. And then of course we'll be doing the show every day up until the 25th at 8 p.m. So join us. We had a good time.
Baby, you got 1 minute.
Thank you, Dr. Hall. They're about to kick us off.
Yes.
Okay. I enjoyed it. I really did. And I'll be back to the studio. I know I was difficult. I'll be back to the studio.
Okay,
I'll get it.
Why you weren't? Wait, Phoenix. You weren't difficult at all. No.
Oh, okay.
Close out, Phoenix. Go, say it.
See you later, alligator. Not for a while, crocodile. Any day, any mile, just a little.
Okay.
All right.
Maverick, what do you say?
What do you say?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. What do you say, son?
Bye.
There you go. He keeps us up.
Good night, guys.
Tomorrow.
Bye.
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Day 6, baby. Oh, somebody needed advice. They said they had a hard day. Just keep going. Drink more juice. Focus on your why.
Focus on your why.
On your why.
Yes.
Right, right.
Don't quit.
You can do it.
Keep going. Keep drinking juice. The next day will come.
We're here with you.
Yes.